Good morning. Another day. Tuesday, the 14th of May, 4:44 a.m. And the title that I've selected today is Inspired Being and Courageous Doing. Feeling our individual connection to the divine, however we may describe it, is, for me, the heart and soul of inspiration. The divine may be a religious figure or spiritual person who holds for us the image of what God is like. Or it could even be a more ordinary person who exemplifies divine love and makes us feel more alive. This inspiration moves us to a higher image of ourselves, which is both enriching and empowering. These qualities lead to courageous doing. I am convinced there are many around the world, from all religious backgrounds or none at all, who are following their hearts and trusting that they do have a role to play in making the world a better place. I choose to encourage that in every one of you, even as I am encouraged to continue to move forward each day in pursuit of my own vision of a better tomorrow for all who choose love and peace. Each one of us does make a difference, and each role, each part is important. Inspired being and courageous doing are happening now. Let me add, it's happening everywhere. You may not see it because it's still not the majority of people. It's those of us who have a vision and hold that vision. And even on days like for me today, when I don't feel like I'm on the crest of an emotional high, I feel more like I'm in the trough of an emotional low. I still, despite that low feeling, that less connected feeling, I recognize that even in the low, I am still connected. I am connected because I get to share with people every day. It's something that I choose to do, and people share with me every day. Her story, his story, a story of what is happening in you. Yesterday, a man wrote to me saying I seem to have a lot more questions and with few answers. And from his perspective, he said the truth is that the world is growing in evil, and Satan is coming to power, and we are in the last days. If you read the Bible, you will see these things happening in the world were prophesied to happen, and we are seeing the last signs, and Jesus will be coming any day. Once bombs come down, we go up, raptured with Jesus. That's how I was back in the 50s and 60s. And as I responded to the young gentleman, with whom I exchanged several emails on YouTube, or several comments, I gave my heart to Jesus a long time ago, and I was filled with the Holy Spirit. And I walked on cloud nine, and I've had many such experiences in my personal life. And I'm happy for this young man who, by his own testimony, backslid, turned away from God, did all sorts of bad things, and now he's turned back to God again. I don't know how old he is at this point in time, and it doesn't matter. But there are others. Another person talked about rediscovering Allah. So his Mohammedan faith, or his Islamic faith rather, fills him with joy. And I go back and I read Rumi and Hafiz and some of the Sufi mystics that lived in another era, but they bring joy to our era, our time, and they inspire us today. And Buddhists and Hindus and Jews and Christians and Muslims and all the little religions in between, they each have their own image what God is like. And the truth of the matter is, all of them hold up love, love of the neighbor, love of ourself. All of them talk about the values that we all hold near and dear to our heart, those of us who at least who choose to love and choose to be in union with whatever we call the divine, whatever we call Great Spirit or Creator or the Force, whatever we call it. Some get hung up on the names and the words and the methods and and the rituals and dogmas, and that's where they are in their development. I'm not discouraging that from anyone. Each of you need to follow your own heart and to allow whatever you term God to lead you to love and to be and to do the best you can, even if it's just in your immediate family, even if it's in your job, even if it's in your little world. You each have a role to play, and that role is important. For you can bring love into someone else's life that no one else can. You may feel it's your job to try to convert people to see it your way. Well, if that's where you are right now, that's where you are. And I encourage you to live with the fullness of confidence that you are being guided to something higher and better always, always, and to never get to the place where you think you've arrived and you know the answers. It's good to have questions, actually. It's good to be willing to press against the boundaries that seem artificial to you. It's good if that's where you are. That's a good thing. Be and do according to your own heart. Follow your heart. Trust the Spirit of God, however you define that, in you, because that Spirit of God is for you. And as far as the young gentleman who thinking that Satan is coming to power, ignorance has been in power for a long time. Call it Satan if you wish. Call it the devil if you want to. This is true. It has appeared that the darkness has reigned. But it's not true that the world is growing in evil. The world is growing in everything, good and bad, positive and negative. All of the things that have been hidden are coming to the surface. And if what you see is the devil, then, ooh, follow your heart. But be careful how you define things. If you see the dark having more power than the light, oh well, you might want to take a closer look. Because when I look around, I do see the light everywhere. And I don't look for a rapture. I used to live that way. When I was in the army, I believed in that the rapture was going to happen any day now. Any day now. For me, I saw all the darkness around me in others in the military. I saw people doing things that for me were unconscionable, that rubbed me the wrong way. And I wanted to escape. I wanted the rapture. I wanted to take me out of here, God. Take me out. I looked for that. And many look for things like that. It's part of your development. I'm not putting you down. I'm not questioning you. It's where you are. And I've been there, and as far as the Christian aspects of it, I've been there. So I can respect where every Christian is in his or her understanding of truth. And many are being told what to me is no longer the truth. There's a higher truth. There's more. But it's where you are. And be truthful to yourself wherever you are. Be in integrity wherever you are. Follow your heart wherever you are. And know that God has something better for all of us. Each of us and all of us. There are things that are happening in my life right now that I'm choosing not to share. There's the potential of a relationship developing, which is exciting to me. And yet, I have to thwart that because I don't want to put that into the spotlight. I don't want to go into details on that, but it feels good to know that someone loves me and it seems like they resonate with so much of what I resonate with. And that inspires me to be and to do the little things that need to be done that I sometimes put off, little things around my house, and little things that I can take care of that will make my home nicer and my world better in whatever little ways. And it's ordinary things like that. Cleaning something up that needs to be cleaned up, organizing something that needs to be better organized. Little things like this are the courageous doing when on days like today when I don't wake up all that excited and I go into the meditation room and I say, God, what do you want me to talk about today? And I touch the globe, I touch the world, and I pray for the people that have sent prayer requests in, and I just remember to do the little things, when I'm not riding an emotional high. It's easy to do it when I'm riding an emotional high. It's a whole lot more difficult when I'm in a more of a low space. But it's all good. That's the thing that I'm seeing. It's all good. It's part of life. The wave at its crest is not any more important than the bottom part of the wave. They're all part of the flow and the energy of life itself. And it's all good. It's all beautiful. It's all leading us to where we need to be. One day at a time, one step at a time, we keep moving forward. We keep moving ahead. And folks, let me tell you, some of the things that people share with me are really, really exciting. And I encourage each of you to follow your heart, to trust your gut, to know that we are being uplifted, we are being led to higher ground, to a higher a higher point of view, a higher perception of reality, where we recognize that we are one with each other. Not everybody can see that yet, and that's okay. You will see it in time, as long as you keep doing the best you can each day. And that's what I'd like to encourage you with, because you are making a difference. You are making a difference for me and for everyone else, even if you don't know you are. You are, by simply being in integrity and being in the truth that is your truth today. So that's what I'm going to leave you with, just a word of encouragement to continue to follow your heart. I keep saying that again and again. It's like a cliche or even a broken record, but it's so important. It's so important because God is in you and in me and in all of us. And the more we can see that, the better things will be in the world for everyone. That's it for today. Namaste.